Through the Vibe. Your boy Tariq back in here. The Vibe we can kick off. As you know, man, I have this local segment called The Plug where I like to bring in local artists a couple times a month and see where they've been, see where they're headed, see where they're trying to get to. Make sure they're not just doing this music for a little chain and a fake car. I'm making sure they're doing it for the right reasons, and I like to highlight their song. But I always ask them, what's the next step? Now you got that interview on the Vibe. Now your song is on the Vibe. Now your song is on Spotify title. What's that next step? And a lot of them don't really know. So I'm trying to do my part. So I got a music executive, Chester Wilkins from Link Q Media in the house. Chester, what's good, dog?
I'm good, man. Just taking it easy. Just had a long flight. I'm happy to be here in Des Moines.
We appreciate you flying in. Where you coming in from? All across the map, dog.
I was in LA, then I was in Houston. Tonight, I'm flying back to I think I might do Dallas.
Dallas,
in Dallas,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna fly back here tomorrow night.
Then you're back here tomorrow, which
Yeah.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that, for what's going on. But first, I want to talk about what you do, because after I went, people hear the term music executive and Link Q Media and Chester. Who's this Chester guy? Who's Chester Wilkins with Link Q Media? What do you do right now? And tell me where you came from, because you've been grinding for a minute, dog. So fill me in a little bit before we get into what's going down tomorrow.
Well, first of all, I'll just introduce myself again. I'm Chester Wilkins. I own a company called Inview Media. I've been in this music business for over 15 years right now. I've worked with all the top labels, you can mention them, and I've also worked with all the top major artists in walks of life. The reason why I'm here, or the reason why I'm on this journey, is to really reclaim residual incomes, the royalties, and fixing the problems that we've been facing in the music industry.
Yep.
As a music executive. There's a lot of other music executive out there. I'm not knocking what they do, but I'm about, before things come to us.
Okay.
Because sometimes whenever a project comes to we as the label, come to we as an executive, give us something where when it comes, it's all set up. So the workshop that we having that's coming up again at Grandview on the 21st
Yep.
is
Saturday,
really
tomorrow.
about, enlightening you and giving you pointers and specs and information on moving forward in the digital era.
And that's the era we're in. There's no dodging it. There's no ducking it. You got to be on social media.
You have to be.
If you're an artist and I think your track is hot, and I call Chester, and the first thing he's going to do is look at your social media, Instagram, your Facebook.
I look at everything.
If you only got 2 shares on that last song you put on there, he's going to be like, yo, I ain't even going to listen to this song because the digital world don't think this cat is hot, right? That's where the world's going.
It's not.
It's a shame, though, because there's good flows out there, but if you ain't got your social game on top, it ain't going to matter,
We're here today to give that. I'm happy to be here with my man.
Yep,
on
your boy
the show.
Tariq here, and let's get into what you talk about.
98.3?
The vibe.
The
you know how it
vibes,
goes.
man. You got a vibe with us today, man.
We vibing today. And let's talk about what we got going down at Grandview, because you just mentioned it a little bit. You're going to be at Grandview, I think it's from noon to 6 tomorrow, Saturday the 21st. And you dropping some knowledge. Explain exactly what this workshop is about.
This workshop is about educating yourself, resetting your mind.
Okay.
It's about resetting your mind in the digital era, knowing what you need to know and moving forward. Stop, spending, unnecessary money on unnecessary things in the business. This workshop is about actually making you become successful.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur. Also, label, it goes out to lawyers, it goes out to producers, it goes out to everybody, every part in the music business, plus the movie world too. Anything that goes digital and viral,
Yep.
there's ways of collecting money. So the workshop tomorrow is me coming out and being like, this is what's going on, this is where you're at, and this is how you can fix certain situation,
Yeah.
and this is where the money is at. So stop leaving money on the table.
And when you see leaving money on the table, you're talking, I know a big part of that is royalties, such as SoundCloud, Spotify, that type of
Yes,
thing?
mechanical royalties.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
publishing is different from royalties.
different, yep.
And a lot of people be getting it messed up.
They think it's the same thing. They think those publishing rights have the same thing that
No.
if I fix my publishing rights, that means those royalties are going to come on their own.
No, they're not.
Not
You have to do
fake news.
certain applications. You have to get into certain companies that go out there. Because BMI, SESAC, and I would say BMI, SESAC, and ASCAP, they do deal with publishing.
Yeah.
Whenever your song get played on the radio station, like I know you do, you bring artists there, you feature artists.
Yep.
But this goes out to all the artists. Stop bringing music to my man that's not coded and that's not licensed. Because one thing, he's taking a chance.
I'm taking a chance, but you taking a bigger chance. They taking a bigger chance because somebody else in Europe going to have that same song and say it's theirs.
It's theirs.
And you can't prove them wrong. You can't prove them
Exactly.
wrong.
So what we're doing is we the purpose of the workshop, one of the top reasons is stopping piracy.
Okay.
So if you want to stop piracy, if you want to know how to protect your intellectual property in the digital era, watermark your product,
Yep.
and to get this digital income, you got to come to the class.
Yeah.
It's all about dropping knowledge. Tomorrow, Saturday, tomorrow's Friday.
Hey.
Hey, it's 24 hours, man. Hey, we got it, man.
We got it. The 21st tomorrow is going
Tomorrow
down. Grandview
is
Saturday,
going down.
You know.
Grandview, we here.
And this knowledge you drop it. It's not, you're not just coming in and telling us what's going on. This is a all day workshop. This is serious. So don't show up if you're thinking, oh, let me just hop on here. He's gonna help me get a couple bones real quick and I'm gonna keep it moving. This is a process, right?
A long process.
A long process.
And this is a process that comes from experience, success, and in the game. I'm not trying to be in the game. I'm in the game.
You've been
There's
through.
a difference. So
You're giving back now.
coming back and giving back to the community and giving back to the know-hows or the wannabe knows-how.
Yep.
I'm coming and say, listen, what you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Hey.
You can fix it.
But right now you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
So I'm here to hey.
Let's get to that next level.
Let's get to our next level
Get there.
because I'm tired of seeing. Like I'll give you an example. I had a meeting yesterday with YouTube.
Okay.
With two attorneys from YouTube, and YouTube is paying a lot of money.
Yes.
A lot of money.
People getting famous off YouTube.
I got clients right now. I got a client right now who's a multi-millionaire off of YouTube.
Yep.
And I mean, the lawyers came to me. I'm like, whoa, our client is on YouTube. He's doing this, but we're not receiving this, that. So my job was to come in and make sure his paperwork was right, his stuff was right. So no, he's not only receiving YouTube money, but he's definitely getting residual incomes from other royalty companies.
All right. Yep.
So that's
much
what I'm
money
here
left
for.
on the table. So much
Man,
money left on the table.
Too much.
And even you know, we talk about local artists here in Des Moines. Even if they're, you know, they only got so many spins, or we got a dude who came in a couple weeks ago, W. He put his video on The Matrix on Facebook. Local dude got 100,000 views in 2 weeks. Boom. Next level. You ready to take it? Where do they go from there? That's the type of stuff.
All right, let me put it this way: if they came to us before prior,
okay.
he could have won.
Yeah.
But now, if the song is out there, then we have to go in and decode the song. We have to do the necessary paperwork so he can receive his royalties and his publishing. Again, with the workshop, I'm going to break down the whole game process, and I'm also going to do an example. I call a lot of clients every day, every other day. The workshop tomorrow, I'm actually going to code a client in the workshop.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be
Okay.
hands-on.
Hands-on. They're going to see it right
Hands-on.
there.
They're going to see like, this is how it works. This is the music what is being coded. This is what happens before it goes to the mix and mastering. This is what happens before it goes to the digital platform. This is what happens before it goes to the BDS, the media base, the song scan. And to give out all the artists that comes on your show. The station that he's on, I'm just asking you, is it a BDS station or a media base station? Are you reporting?
We're reporting. Yep.
So you're reporting. So to give you an example, if he's reporting, he's telling you, sign up to a publishing company.
Yep.
And if they're reporting, that means that they report to BDS. So if your song gets played on the station, you can receive publishing and mechanical royalties both on the analog side and the digital side.
The digital side, yep.
So think about it.
Missed opportunities.
Hey, you better come to the workshop.
Hey, come to the workshop. And workshop's going down. Grandview College here in Des Moines. What is it, noon to 6? Is that right?
1 to 6.
1 to 6. And so if you know, we got a lot of last minute cats. They
And got to get there on time.
Can they just show up, pay a fee, and jump into class, or you got to be pre-registered, or how's it going down?
Well, we did a pre-registration where you're supposed to be in at a certain time.
Okay.
Because we don't want everybody that comes to the class should be screened.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Because we don't want nobody coming into a class coming in with just coming for the sake of just coming.
Exactly.
I want you to come to my class with a
Serious.
laptop.
Yeah. Yep.
With an iPad.
Like you would any
You
other
get a
college.
desk.
Yep.
Like you come to a school. You
We
get
at
your
Grandview
own
College
desk.
for a reason. We at Grandview
Grand-
College for a reason. It's a college, it's a school. Come correct.
It's
come
a university.
Class.
Come
University,
correct.
Yes.
So I don't want nobody to come to this. If this is not for you, do not come.
Yep. And that's one of the first steps in the music business is being ready for the business side. If you come in without that laptop, if you come in without no paper prepared to write this stuff down, don't come. Don't come because you ain't ready.
You're not ready.
Your song might be hot. You might got hot lyrics, but you ain't ready for the music business because it's a whole different side than just putting a song out there and kicking back. Whole different side. And that's the side you on.
I'm tired of people calling my phone crying.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm tired of people calling my phone and asking me questions that You know, just read.
Yeah,
read,
just read.
man. Read.
The internet is a beautiful place and it's undefeated. You can find anything you need to know on the internet. But if you want to have it hands-on, show up at Grandview and you got 5 hours with Chester Wilkins right there. So,
Hands-on.
Hands-on.
You get the game, you get the platforms, you get the applications, you get the little bit of the know-how, and one of the most important thing that you get is you get educated.
Educated, especially when it's your own music, man. The last thing you want to do is hop on the internet, type in the name of your song, and see someone else's name by it, but see your same John sitting there rotating. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Hey,
But if
that's
you don't
the worst.
protect it, that's gonna happen. Like I said, the internet is undefeated. You know how quick they turn around memes? They turn songs around that quick and put their own name on that video on YouTube or whatever. And people, like you said, they're calling you crying. When they cry, it's too late. But I'm sure you can still fix it, but it's a bit too late when they cry already. You know?
Exactly. When we deal with companies like iTunes and TuneCore and CD Baby,
Yeah.
whenever you go onto these platforms, one thing that they always do is ask you first.
Yep.
Do you have the UPC code and the ISRC code? If you don't have it, we'll give it to you for free. It's not for free.
Nothing's for free.
Once you take it, then the aggregator owns the track.
Yep.
Now, there's a problem when it comes to collecting the money online. If you collect the money online, I'm not going to pay you if you cannot show me proof or prefix.
Yep.
If you don't show me proof that you own the music that you wrote, that you produce, then how can we even let off royalties and payment to you?
Yep, because someone across the world could be saying, I wrote and produced that same thing. Prove it. Prove
it.
Prove it. That's all it comes down to. Where's your proof? Where's your
before,
taxes at?
so before we even get to that, the workshop is, even before they even get to you, moving forward, this is for all the artists out there, you know, lawyers, if you got clients, managers, come to this class.
Yeah, more importantly, man.
More, because
momagers, everything.
For real. Momagers.
Momagers. They need to know this because they got their hands on everything, but they don't know this side of the business. Especially, like I said, we're in a digital world. It ain't going to change, people. It ain't going to change. It's only going to go more digital. That you got to be on top of this. If you can't make it, your manager should be there. If you can't make it, your agent should be there because they should be telling you this stuff before Chester. And obviously, they haven't.
They haven't.
So
that's why we did the workshop.
Yep, that's why we got the workshop. We appreciate you for coming through too, man.
Oh, always.
You
I'm
mentioned you've been around the world. I know you do these workshops in all types of cities, all across the country, across the world. Name some of these artists. Feel free to name drop a little bit on some of these artists you work with, just so they know you legit.
Silento, Rich the Kid, Silento,
Flocka.
Tammy.
Shows a lot of love your way too.
Tammy, Flocka's my man, look out for him all the way, always. Good people, good brother. The Migos. I got so many names, I don't even know where to start.
And this is just recent. I know you work with cats, 5-10 years ago that people be like, damn, well, who you got? What, T-Pain or,
Actually, I just put up my discography 2 days ago, which my publicist asked me to put it out.
Okay.
And I was looking at my discography. I got Ja Rule.
Uh-oh.
I got Nelly. I got Mary Carey.
Oh.
I got Jagged Edge. I got Michael Jackson, man.
Hey, the king of pop?
The king of pop, man. The king of pop.
That's a hell of a
Royalty
resume,
claims. So
I'll
I
add
mean,
you on LinkedIn.
It's something like, and then I'm dealing with E1, the label up in New York. So I mean, part of my work is definitely coding the music before it gets to the label. But I'm right now I'm actually with the trip in LA that we just did. I got my hand.
You got your hands full.
I got my hands full.
You got your hands full.
Too full.
Too full, and so that's why we definitely appreciate you coming through because I know this is just a pit stop and then you keep it moving.
Last minute,
But, last minute.
Your call.
I was on that phone call last night too, man. I appreciate you. That was before the plane was bought or the ticket was bought. You just said, hold on, let me see what's available on the flight.
Right. Hey, that's what I do.
So hey, we appreciate that.
Every city.
And I hope everybody listening appreciate this because like I said, I bring on artists, 2-3 times a month. It started as one time a month, but every time you bring on one artist, 16 other artists add you on social media and sending you albums and whatnot. You know how I go. And so I dig through them, but more my search is more of going to these like stale movies, starving artists Let's Eat with Bo James on Mondays, going to these places and seeing who in the community, who's doing shows.
Artists,
let's
eat.
eat.
You hear that?
Break
I
bread.
like that. Starving artists, let's eat.
Yeah.
If you're starving out there, why would you know what to eat?
Yeah, you ready to eat. You hungry.
You hungry.
But you gotta do it yourself. You can't expect somebody to kill that animal and bring it to your doorstep. You gotta go out there and do the hunting and gathering yourself. And Chester's here to help you do that in a digital world because it's a whole different world. When he worked with Michael Jackson, those royalties he was talking to him about, that probably wasn't about the internet. That was a whole different game at that point. times have changed, but it's going to continue staying in that digital world, that social media world, and a lot of us don't know I mean, that's not my expertise. That's not what I'm here bringing them in for. You that specialist in that. You got the specialty there. I'm not there. I can name 18 artists I brought in here already, and I guarantee not one of them really know the real game about decoding.
You should ask them, have any of the 18 received any mechanical royalty checks?
Yeah.
Just ask them that. When's the last time have you received a check?
You know?
They're going to be like, well, I don't know. But then you put it on the platform, you marketing, you promoting it. But where's the transparency?
Yeah.
Where's the transparency? So the workshop tomorrow is about transparency and putting the game into perspective on if you want to get into this business, come in with your head on. Because now the system is different. Yep. We have artists blowing up like, I'm talking about you don't even have to be signed to a record label company anymore.
Hey.
If your business is right, you're going to cash in.
Chance to rap.
And I'm seeing it.
We just had Tech Nine in town last night, one of the pioneers.
Tech Nine?
One of the pioneers of the independent game. And you see Chance, man, winning Grammys without a record label. Who? You never thought of that. I've been in the music game for a long time too. You never see that.
I bet you Chance paperwork is right.
Oh, on point. And I bet he was collecting every single penny of them royalties.
Because he did his own, he did his paperwork right, and he visited some of the people that he needed to visit.
He met with Mr. Chester, you know. But so check it out. So if I can't make it, if I'm a local artist or attorney or a manager and I can't make it to Grandview tomorrow, how can I link up with Inview Media and really get my John right? You know, what's the next step?
Well, I'm gonna give you an email, and then tomorrow we got a podcast.
Okay.
You know,
so you can watch the podcast online, or can we buy it on your website, or?
And speaking to me normally is by referrals.
Yeah.
You feel me? I mean, for the amount of phone calls I get every day, and the people I talk to.
You got names right the right person.
Like I just don't want to deal with it. So I'm just saying. I mean, there's people that they will speak to before they speak to me. I only get on a project or I only fix a problem when it needs to be fixed.
Yep.
You know, or sometimes I'll do it all the way where sometimes for free. Yep. I would come in with a client and be like, you know what, you're a big client, which we're working in right now. I don't want to give no names because most of my clients are transparency. Yeah, they don't want me to say who they are.
You're not supposed to be in the picture.
Yeah, cannot.
It's supposed to look like
yeah, it's supposed to be like, so just me being, so you all know, I've always been behind the scenes, admin. I do the admin part. Okay. I do the code part for the label. I'm not in the forefront.
Yeah, but that's the most important part. I mean, you're not the brand and the image, but you're the most important part as far as getting that money right. And that's all the labels care about. Is like that money, that business side.
The computer boy, the
nerd.
The nerd. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The nerd. You know, some people call me strict nerd. Some people say, hey, he's a nerd. Well, I'm happy to be called a nerd.
Yeah.
but you know what? But the nerd pays. It pays off.
Hey, yep. And people, you know, I had somebody yesterday, rap today. Yeah, I feel the same way sometimes, but it was hating on Lil Yachty. I was like, yo, I bet Lil Yachty, when you go to his social media page, he got likes, he got shares. He on top of his game. Whatever it was, if you don't like his flow, whatever he did, he made it. Whatever Soulja Boy did on MySpace, he made it. So you can hate all you want, but you hating from the gas station at Casey's around the corner with me when this dude over here. So, you know, I'm speechless because it's like, you know,
you can't hate.
You can't hate.
You can't.
If you got a problem with the rap game, do something. Do something. That's my challenge to you is do something. I'm gonna give you a platform to put it out there, but my platform is not your peak. If I bring you on and put you on the plug and you can play your song, that's not your peak. That's the platform. That's the start of your career.
You know what's so crazy?
The highlight.
If I had an opportunity to meet with you in Des Moines as an artist,
yep,
to get my song on the radio station, I'll make sure my business is right before I even come and see you.
Exactly.
I'll make sure everything in place because you know what? You got hundreds of thousands of people listening to you. And that 15, 20 minute spot can make a difference in your life.
Huge.
So if you don't give the right information or you don't have the right song or if you don't pitch or if you're not doing your thing, hey,
you might as well push me back a couple weeks. Like, don't even come on.
I'll come back and see you.
I had a client earlier. He's a restaurant. He was like, I'm pushing my open date back 2 weeks, but I'm upset about it, but I don't have my liquor license. Like, no, perfect. Don't open without your liquor license. Don't open half-ass.
They'll come get you.
French, FCC, but don't open half-ass. You know, don't do it. Just push it back. They're going to be mad at you, but when they come, you're going to be correct.
Same concept
with the music business.
Know your business, man. Yep. If you don't know your business, you know, in Des Moines, Iowa, I can be reached by Bo James. I can be reached by Launchpad. I can be reached even by you.
Yep.
You know, Inview Media, LLC at Gmail. Know the code, you know, at Gmail. Come to the workshop. I mean, it's come on, it's common sense.
It's common sense.
It's not hard, man.
Reach out.
You know what?
Do your research.
And put it this way. So if you if you're cool about getting, I don't want to use the word rape.
Yeah. That's a strong word, but
if you're cool at
getting robbed.
There
we go.
Then hey, that's what you do.
If that's
Good
what you
luck.
into. Yeah.
But if you want to get knowledgeable about the music game, I know how to do analysis report. I know how to when you spend your money.
Yeah.
If you can spend your money and get it back, you're doing something. I can guarantee you what you spend and make it back.
Yep. Hey.
And tell me who all can do that.
Amen.
First, knowing the platforms, I know where to put it. I know once the business is right, because once the song gets on YouTube, Vivo, royalty checks, bro.
Yep.
For the royalty checks, I showed him today. I showed him some royalty checks today.
And
Some of the stuff I was telling him, $50,000, $100,000 checks. I'm traveling with checks on me right now.
People don't even
I'm
know
looking to pay some people right now. I got people who's checking my bag.
Get your cut, dog.
Get your cut. I'm trying to tell you, like, it's royalties. You feel me? Like, people call me, they're like, this, whoa. We go to the record label company. Only thing they're saying is, well, we're trying to pay this person, but we can't really pay them because, their paperwork ain't right.
Hey. And I saw Walker sounding off against SoundCloud. He finally, he
went hard.
He went hard because he was mad, as you should be. Nobody knew. And I had DJ Viv in here last week. It's a female DJ who she DJs for the Still Moving on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
She grinding, and I mentioned something about Walker talking about SoundCloud. She's like, "Oh, you get royalties on SoundCloud?"
Yeah. Now.
If
last couple years you
might
were
not
not.
be, but if she get her paper right, and get that coding right, so it's out there. The money is out there waiting for you. There's plenty of money on YouTube.
Sitting.
Plenty of money.
That's why
on
Song
YouTube.
Exchange was one of the companies that was brought on the table to pay mechanical royalties to performers and producers.
Yeah.
I'm talking about money that's digital money, the money that the black hole money, the money you be like, man, my song is. You cannot have 100,000 plays on YouTube not to receive some money.
Yeah, because YouTube's getting money. Best believe that. Advertising, everything else, clicks, YouTube's getting money. So get your share. And I get a lot of artists that come in and say, I don't do it for the money. Yeah, I appreciate that because I love the craft. And I appreciate that. Me as a music lover, I appreciate that. But I don't do this for free. It ain't, I mean.
It's a job.
It's a job. It's a hobby still, but you got to eat. 5-year-old Callie, my daughter got to eat. So, we all are blessed if we're able to do our hobby as our job and get paid for it. That's a blessing. Or we do our hobby, love it, but we still gotta have a real life job and feed and eat. Starving artists, let's eat. So if you get to the point where you as an artist are getting paid as an artist and that's your full-time job and you actually get money for it, that's a beautiful thing. So why not use the internet? Why not use Chester? Why not use Bojangles? Why not use these options, these avenues to get that money?
You know what's so crazy? You just said that. I'm going out of my way and going to city, visiting studios. Of some people like when you in the music business, you have people that try to reach out to you.
Yeah.
And they kind of get in touch with you because of so much is going on. I went to Arizona. Shout out to my guy in Arizona. He's out there doing his thing. I went out there. He sent me an email 4 years ago. 4 years ago, from last week. I went to see him on my travels.
Yeah.
4 years ago, and he pulled out the email while I was in the studio doing his paperwork. 4 years ago. You feel me?
Yeah.
He was like, bro, I sent you an email 4 years ago on Facebook, and you just come. It's been 4 years.
Hey.
And
backlog.
You hear me? Like he was so happy. Like it's 4 years. I got content.
Yeah.
And
you still.
So that's what I'm doing. Like I'm reaching out to all the studio owners because it starts from the studio.
Yep.
Whenever you produce a record, get your code before it makes a master, before it comes to me. Then it gives me another work to put it in, which is cool. But I'm saying, just if you can get into the workshop, the podcast, if not, we'll holler at you when we come to your city. We ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, put it out there. And
you might be mad.
The labels might be mad. A lot of YouTube might be mad because that money's going in their pocket right now. Get your money back, dog. I mean,
And just to give a little hint, pay attention to your YouTube videos. That's the only thing I gotta say.
Okay.
Because right now, look for the red collars. Because if you're red, you're not getting a check.
Oh yeah.
If
too many of
you're
those.
blue, you might get something.
Yeah.
So watch.
Hey, I bet they're watching now.
You better watch because so many commercials are being run
Yep.
in time.
every time you click a YouTube, even Facebook video says advertising starting in 5 seconds. Whether you stick around or not, the advertisement was paid for. So who getting that money? Where's your percentage at?
Thank you.
Where your dollar at?
Hey.
You know? So, I mean, I bet they looking down what's blue and what's red on that YouTube video. But, hey, that's knowledge that as if I was an artist, I just want to rap. So if I just want to rap and I just want to write, then I better have a hell of a manager who's on top of that blue and that red and them decodings and that, you know, if you want to just focus on your craft, then your team better be the best in the business in every field. You know, they say you build a board and you're not the best person no, you can't be the best person in every field. You build the best, you know, you hire that best person. You hire that best person over there. You focus on your craft, but make sure your manager is on point.
When you're sick, when you have a problem and you're sick,
Yep.
or when your car is broken down, if you cannot fix it, who do you take it to?
You take it to a mechanic, the master, the guy who studied this his whole career, right? When you break your arm, you don't go on YouTube and say, how do I fix this up? Nah, you go to the doctor and the guy who went to school for 9 years to fix this jar.
15 years.
15
in
years,
coding.
Chesters.
In coding.
And coding. Since that's like internet was born about 16 years ago, so you've been doing it.
15 years.
You've been doing it.
I can't even check no more. And I'm just going to say thank you to isrcus.org and GS1.
Okay.
All the clients that, you know, sign up and get their licenses. You know, I mean, the company, they thank me a lot.
Yeah.
But I would say 75% of all the clients, I refer them to them.
Yeah, hey, that referral is a deadly.
You know, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I cannot code your record without a license.
Yeah.
So think of how many licenses, how many people sign up. I can't even check. I think I'm at what? I think I'm already at 8,000 codes done of records.
Man.
I can't even check no
Typing
more.
away.
I can't even I have songs playing on the radio station.
Yeah.
And videos on TV, and I never see the video. I code the records, and when I see the video, I'm like, "Do you know I did that?"
Yeah,
They're
that's
looking
me.
at me like, "For real?" I'll be like, "I'll be playing the songs for them like a year ago,"
Yeah, yeah.
and they're like, "I'm like, I caught this like 5 months ago." Like,
Finally hitting the internet.
you know, it's all over, and every record that for the last, I would say, year from November. Well, I reached the kid. I would say last year. From every record that I've coded, I don't know if it's the blessing.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. But every record that has brought to me and I put my hand on it has went crazy.
Taking off.
I don't know what's going on.
And so those are not just labels coming to you. A local artist can reach out to you and say, "All right, I put these funds
Everybody.
aside, and I need your blessing hands to touch this bad boy, and then you can help guide me to that next step."
I stay in the studio for 7 hours
Hey.
and listen. When we
Grinding.
coding process, people think that the coding is easy.
Yeah, a couple types here.
For me to code your song, I gotta play one song 50 times.
Yeah, every second.
50 times.
Hey.
You go in your head crazy like
Oh,
I'm playing this
yeah.
song 50 times because you know at the end of the day, once we send it to you, once it goes online, if it don't sound the way it's supposed to sound, it's gonna sound disordered in the car.
Yep. Exactly. I know that from radio. You know, if
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of, you know, technical stuff that we have to do in coding. We embedding your description, your product description. We giving you a barcode, a digital barcode, and we giving you the platforms. We giving you the mandates, and we showing you the ropes. We're not gonna give it to you like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you to the well,
Yeah. Hey.
but I'm not gonna force you to drink the water.
No,
I'm not.
okay. No.
So my goal tomorrow is to bring you to the well.
All right.
I'm gonna take you to the well.
You're gonna teach
If you
how
want to drink,
but-
I'm gonna take you to the well. I'm gonna show you how to get
It's
to the
up to
well.
you, Dave.
But that's up to you if you want to drink that. If you want to get the gold in the well.
If you ready to get hydrated, holla at your boy Chester, Grandview.
Holla.
1-6 tomorrow, the 21st. We appreciate you coming through, Chester. You dropped a lot. I feel like we almost gave too much knowledge. Like, we got to save something for the podcast. Save something for the podcast. Speaking of podcasts, if they can't make it to Grandview tomorrow, where can they go online and find this podcast? Where can you see
Bo James, where can they go online to find out the podcast, Bo James?
YouTube, know the codes.
YouTube, know the codes. Oh, it's gonna
No
go crazy
decodes.
tomorrow.
No decodes.
No
yeah.
decodes.
No decodes. Okay.
So podcast tomorrow, if you want to get on board, is YouTube no decodes, and it's definitely going ham. And I think tonight, tonight we're gonna do some. I'm gonna do a few little surprises. I'm gonna have some testimonies, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna have some people jump onto some testimonies.
Okay, all right.
I might do something
hands-on.
tomorrow. Hands on, you know. But tomorrow, when you do come, I am definitely gonna be in the music executive zone
Mode.
where I'm gonna actually do a single.
Okay.
Hands on.
Just right
This
there
is how
in
it
front of
is. This is how it works. This is what is needed.
And voila.
Bam, 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 bam. We're gonna go to ASCAP. We're gonna go to BMI. We're gonna show you step by step. So if you're in my class, you gotta catch up.
Yeah, be ready.
You gotta catch up because
And
only
that
thing I'm
laptop.
doing is just dropping the information.
Yeah.
A to Z.
Hands on.
Hands on.
Charge that laptop now, folks.
Chat. Hey,
Stop playing.
fully charged.
Fully charged. 100% on
No
it.
phones.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
phones
no
at the
phones.
workshop.
I mean, that gets back to the business mode. Like,
No
you know,
phones.
there's music side and there's a business side. And best believe there's a big separation between your song and what goes on behind the business. And you gotta be ready for that business. If you're not, your manager better be, or you're not gonna make it. It's that simple.
And
So
guess
many
what's so
hot
crazy?
artists.
You have an hour of questions. I'm giving the
Hour of
audience.
Q&A?
I'm giving the audience an hour of. You can ask me whatever you want in the music business. And you know what I'm gonna do so crazy too? If it push come to shove, and I might get some celebrity calls. You never
Hey,
know.
hey, put 'em
I'm
on
gonna
speakerphone.
take my calls.
Yep.
I'm gonna put them on the screen, so
That's
the
what I
workshop
would-
can see. Like,
I got the.
hey,
I just
hey,
talking on the side, you know.
hey, this was going on. Hey, and we have documents that we can show,
Okay.
which is gonna be part of the workshop.
Yep.
It's gonna be I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna be a workshop to come to. It's gonna be fun. It's all about fun with me, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fun, you know, because you cannot teach or educate the masses if it's not healthy and it's not in a good